Piracy was supposed to be dead because streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, Hotstar, HBO Max, and 50 other alleged streaming platforms promised us convenience, affordability, and access to everything we want. And for a while it worked, privacy rate dropped dramatically. But then something changed because by 2024, piracy websites recorded 216 billion visits. That's a staggering 66% increase in just 4 years from 2020 to 2024. And this 260 billion visit to pirated websites is higher than before Netflix ever existed.
अरे बाप रे बाप, इतना बड़ा धोखा.
And if you look at the data, a 2024 reports indicates that 51% of Indian content consumers use pirated sources despite a 150% growth in legal subscription since the pandemic. India ranks second in the world for online piracy with 1756 billion visits to pirated website in 2024 alone. That's 17.56 billion visits from India alone.
आपको शर्म फील होती है ये सब करके?
नहीं.
And just because of piracy, in 2023, Indian entertainment industry lost a staggering 22,000 crore rupees, out of which 13 crore rupees from the theatre business and approx 9,000 crore rupees from OTT platforms.
गलत हुआ हमारे साथ में.
And this piracy of the content isn't going anywhere soon because by 2024, streaming platforms are projected to lose $113 billion annually due to piracy and declining subscriptions. And you know what's the surprising part is? In 2024, piracy isn't happening through shady websites or underground forums. It's happening through legit apps with millions of users and high ratings available on Google and Apple's official stores. And some of these apps has better interface than Netflix and other OTT platforms. So the question is, what went wrong? How did the industry that was killing piracy bring it back from the dead stronger than ever?
That question is never asked.
मैंने खुद फैक्ट चेक करने का डिसीजन लिया, even though as we all know,
I'm not a journalist, dude.
बट बिकॉज मैं कुछ चीज़ों को पब्लिक के सामने ठीक से रख सकता हूँ, आई टेक अप दैट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज वेल.
Let's rewind to understand how we got here. In 2013, Netflix used to charge $7.99 a month in USA. For the price of single movie ticket, you got access to thousands of movies in one place. No ad, no contract, no complicated setup. It was revolutionary. But the major reason why people adopted streaming was not because it was just legal, but because it was better than privacy. You don't need to be tech savvy, no torrenting, no malware risk, no waiting hours for downloads, and no hunting across sketchy websites. Just search, click, and watch. And because of that convenience, the result was immediate. From 2011 to 15, visits to piracy websites fall over 50% in market wherever Netflix launched.
Because it's innovative, it's new.
And the industry celebrated what we saw as moral victory because people choose legal over illegal. But streaming services misunderstood their success. It was not because morality that won, it was the convenience. Because for the first time ever, the legal option was actually easier than stealing.
अरे दरवाजा खुलवाइए भैया, अरे आप ही को बोल रहा है.
You know, there was a time when you could have watched almost everything in one place, and that golden era started ending around 2019 because after Netflix success, every media company came to the same conclusion that why are we giving them our content when we could go directly to the consumers? And that's when the big media companies started pulling their own content from Netflix. Disney pulled its content to launch Disney Plus, NBC Universal created Peacock, Warner Media launched HBO Max, Paramount, Apple, Discovery, everyone wanted their own streaming kingdom. And The shows you loved started vanishing from one place to many places. Dune moved from Netflix to Prime Video, Interstellar went to Geo Hotstar and Amazon Prime, and Marvel content disappeared to Disney Plus. And one by one, now your phone is filled with dozens of different streaming apps. And if today you want to watch everything legally, then it will cost you this much. Netflix $4.99 per month, Hotstar $4.99 for 3 months, that's 166 rupees per month with ads. Amazon Prime $1499 per year, that's 125 per month. And if you wanna watch additional movies in Prime Video, then you have to pay even after taking Prime Video subscription. Like Discovery Plus $199 per month, Lionsgate Play $99 per month, DocuBay $99 per month, Chopal $99 per month, Manoro Max $99 per month, Apple 99 rupees per month, Sony Live 1499 per year, that's 125 rupees per month, and Z Plus 299 every month. And if you add that, it will cost you 1908 rupees per month. That's almost 2000 rupees per month. And if you look at the flip side, the average Indian household income in tier 2 and tier 3 cities is around 15,000 to 25,000 per month. So if you want to watch everything legally, then you have to spend 2000 rupees per month. And for some of people, that's more than 10% of their monthly income, which streaming platforms are costing them per month. And there are so many regional OTT platforms that I have not included in this list. And in today's circumstances, the average cable bill is cheaper than this. At least cable gave you everything in one place with one remote, one interface, and one bill. But thanks to 57 official recognized OTT platforms, yes, you heard it right, 57 OTT platforms, and it's just chaotic. Remember, the streaming platform initially offered convenience. Convenience was the streaming platform's only advantage, and the convenience that was supposed to kill piracy, it's gone. The affordability gone, simplicity completely gone. And now OTT industry has become exactly what it was promised to replace. Expensive, fragmented, and incredibly frustrating. But it's not just about the number of platforms or the cost. OTT services broke the fundamental promises that made people trust them in the first place. In early 2023, Netflix launched its infamous password sharing crackdown. For over a decade, Netflix encouraged sharing is caring. Even their official Twitter account literally tweeted, "Love is sharing password." Now they're calling it theft. Additional cost for extra users, location verification, and price hikes escalated brutally. But you know what's even the biggest betrayal of this OTT platform except the pricing issue? It's the commercials and ads. Remember when OTT platforms came in existence? It means no commercials. And now in 2025, even if you paid for the subscription, there are some of the OTT platforms like Prime Video, Hotstar, Sony Live force you to watch the ad. And if you wanna watch ad free, pay even more, even after taking the subscription model. Just look at Hotstar. You are paying $499 rupees for 3 months. It is Hotstar's premium subscription or super plan, but they still show you ads. So you are paying hundreds and thousands of rupees every month to these OTT platforms, and you are still being forced to watch advertisement. Now compare this to piracy website. You can watch everything in one place, that to be the ad. And if you pay just 100 rupees per month, then no ads, no interruption, and pure uninterrupted content, that too in just one place. And the reason why people are unsubscribing to OTT platforms, even after taking subscription, they are still using piracy sources because something is fundamentally broken. And the founder of Steam, Gabe Newell, said it best in 2011. He said that piracy is not pricing problem, it's the service problem.
Piracy is the result of bad service. And pricing really is one of the less important aspects of that whole equation.
And in 2025, streaming industry proved him right. And that's the reason why people are declining subscriptions and going for privacy sources. Because when you have legit privacy apps that offer you all content in one place without ads in just 100 to 149 rupees per month, then why would you pay dozens of apps? Now let me tell you about how privacy works in 2025, and I promise it's not sketchy websites and it's not what you think. You see, you don't need to be tech savvy anymore. You don't need to understand torrenting, and you don't need even VPNs. In 2025, piracy looks more professional. Sleek apps with better interface, better search function than Netflix, personalized recommendations, watch list, continue watching feature, and most importantly, they are available on Google's and Apple's official Play stores with millions of downloads and a high rating. And you know what's more shocking? These piracy sources are not hiding anymore because they are openly advertising on Instagram, Facebook, and even in YouTube comment sections. All OTT content in one app with just 100 to 150 rupee per month subscription, and you can access everything in one place. Every Netflix show, every Disney movie, every HBO series, with no region restrictions, and you don't have to be worried about if that content is available in your country or not, because if it exists, it's there. And if law enforcement takes down one channel, then 10 more pop up next day with more content. Telegram channels with 2 to 3 million subscribers, WhatsApp groups with thousands of members sharing Google links, and Discord servers organized content better than most legal OTT apps.
अरे बाप रे बाप.
User experience on these privacy platforms is often better than the legal platforms. Better search, better recommendation, and better organized. No geo-blocking, no content rotation. Everything in one place. And if you are thinking that there is no solution to this, there is a solution. You know, the solution we have is, it's proven because the music industry figured it out over a decade ago. In early 2000s, music piracy was uncontrollable. Napster, LimeWire, Kazaa, everyone pirated music, and music industry panicked. They sued thousands and thousands of individual users, and they sent threatening letters with lawsuits, and they tried to do everything they could. But none of it worked. Piracy kept growing and growing. And then in 2011, Spotify came. One platform that offers nearly every song ever recorded instantly accessible, high quality, offline download, and personalized playlist. And people started shifting from piracy to these official apps because they were offering everything and they were better than privacy in every way. And the reason why music industry survived, not because of the lawsuits or enforcements, it because the industry finally offered something better.
इसका मतलब है
They learn one thing very clearly, that it's a service problem, not the price problem. And now they provide record labels license to all platforms. If music can do the same, why can't films and TV do the same? And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.